Hey guys, so I just got out of watching Tron Ares, and now when I first heard they were doing another Tron movie, I was like, what is the point in doing this? But the trailers actually looked pretty good, not gonna lie. So starting off with the standouts here, the visuals are top notch. The humor can be pretty good at times. The soundtrack by Nine Inch Nails is killer. Not as good as Daft Punk, but they still do an outstanding job here. And the sound design is really cool here too. Although I didn't see it in IMAX, it was really good seeing it in Dolby Cinema, especially with the visual effects and hearing the music was amazing. But and I'm pretty sure it would be no different in IMAX. Almost reminds me of Marvel a bit, which is pretty much the vibe you get throughout the entire thing. And the story and concept is really interesting, but it is kind of the same stuff we have seen before about AI coming to the real world and being the enemy and stuff like that. But the visuals here are much more outstanding than most movies I've seen recently, which makes me believe it's definitely going to get a nomination for best visual effects. I'm pretty sure about that one, although I think you already know who's going to win. Now getting to the flaws. The biggest flaw here is what everyone else has been saying, which is that the movie lacks emotional depth, and the plot lines with the characters having these kind of backstories basically lead to nowhere in the end. A perfect example of this, and now I don't care if people say this is a spoiler because it really isn't anything too important in the movie, would be that so basically, the female lead in this movie loses her sister, while not shown but heavily implied, and it is kind of hard to feel empathy for her despite being the standout here of the whole movie because of the way it's being portrayed on screen. That's why it's kind of hard to feel sorry for her or feel empathy. Another flaw is that the dialogue can be cheesy in some moments, but not for the most part, which kind of surprised me, to be honest. Also, one last thing, if you're expecting a lot of Kevin Flynn in this, take all your money off that bet because he's only really there in the end and like towards the end, basically, not at the end but towards the end, and is pretty much in the same place in the scenes that he's in. So yeah, that'll do it for now. Those are my quick thoughts on Tron Ares, and yeah, like I said, that'll do it for now, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.